So PM Vikas Scheme, fundamentally this is for empowerment in terms of education as well as livelihood, especially among the minorities. So that is the most important point. Why this scheme is very important is because it is with respect to the minorities, special privileges. Therefore it is important. So in this, what are the different parts? Please try to understand. Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan scheme. They have 5 existing schemes are there. What are those schemes? So first one is Seeko or Kamao. That means Seeko means learn and earn. Next, Ustad. This is very important. Previously also there was a question which was asked on it. Next, Hamari Darohar and Nai Roshni and Nai Manzil. These 5, all of them will come under Pradhan Mantri Virasat Ka Samvardhan scheme. So 5 existing schemes are already there. So you need to know the list of this. Fundamentally, it is for improving empowerment in terms of education as well as livelihood and basic necessities among the economically, socially backward parts within the minority group. So minority per se, all of them are not coming under socially backward or economically backward. So among the minorities who are all backward, they have to be upgraded. So on that basis, these schemes are very important. So let's look at each one of them. What is the aim of all of them? All the schemes' aim is to cover the life cycle of underprivileged segments of the minority community and focus on providing livelihood opportunities. So under that, what do we do? These schemes, one is for skill training, whatever is required for the work outside, skill training. Next, leadership and entrepreneurship ke liye. Next, credit support. This is very important. Financial support is also given to them. If, for example, let's say if within the underprivileged group there is a person who wants to do something, so credit will be supported. And next, education as well as school dropouts. Education and education issues as well as school dropout issues. There are 2 different issues in this. How to provide education for the school dropouts so that their education should be in such a way that they should be able to earn their own money and they learn as well as they earn, both of them together. And then infrastructure development. So all these are the major points when you write your essay answer or when you write your mains answer. You need to focus on these points: skill leadership, skill training, leadership and entrepreneurship, credit support, education as well as infrastructure development. This is the whole point of it. Now moving on, let's look at each one. What is a type? Please look at this. For traditional training with respect to skill development, these 2 schemes will come into picture. Hamari Darohar and Ustad. For non-traditional, it is Seeko or Kamao. Leadership and entrepreneurship, Naya Roshni. For education, Naya Manzil. And for infrastructure development, this is through Hub and Spoke Village. So this is how they have been arranged. For traditional training, Hamari Darohar and Ustad are the 2 major programs within that scheme. If you want non-traditional, then Seeko or Kamao. For leadership and entrepreneurship, it is Nai Roshni, and education, Nai Manzil, and infrastructure development through Hub and Spoke Villages. So please try to understand when they frame a question, what they will do is, for non-traditional, which of the following statements are true with respect to Pradhan Mantri Vikas Scheme? They'll give you 4 sentences. What they'll do is, traditional training they'll give Seeko or Kamao. For non-traditional they'll put this one and they'll frame a question based out of it. So you must be very thorough which scheme is related to what schemes take a part in it. So on that basis, this is very important for your prelims. So this, please have a snapshot and focus on this for your prelims. Next, let's look at it. Now, for Seeko or Kamao, launch year is 2013. This is not very important. It is placement linked skill development. You get a job for minority youth 14 to 15 years in various modern and traditional skills. So if you remember something about this, I think that is more than sufficient for your Seeko or Kamao. Next, for Hamari Darohar, launch year is 2014, not so important. Objective is to protect and preserve the rich culture and heritage of the minority communities living in India. So that is a highlight point. What do? They do livelihood missions in minorities, particularly among artisans as well as through skill development program. So you can give best example for this is artisans, those who make artwork, craft, pottery and all that. So for them, if you know this, that's sufficient. So please remember Seek or Kamao for minority youth 14 to 15, that is a keyword. For Hamari Darohar, it is to preserve the rich culture of the particular minority community and help those people who are doing artisanal work and all these works to improve their livelihood. If you remember that, that's sufficient for your prelims. Next, Nai Roshni is for conducted for women belonging to the minority community between the age group of 18 to 65 years. So this is what you have to remember. Okay, so have a glance at it. This is for with respect to women. Nai Manzil, youth 17 to 35 years of age. 6 notified communities are there. 4 months school leaving certificate. Okay, those who do not have this, then this particular program is useful. For women under Nai Manzil, 30% reservation is there. Reservation for 30% of women and girl and 5% for the disabled. So under 9 Manzil, if you remember this, I think that should be more than sufficient. Next, Ustad. This is very important program. What is Ustad? Upgrading the skills and training in traditional arts and crafts for development. Year 2015. What is the target? Their target capacity building and upgrading the traditional skills and master craftsmen for artisans from the minority communities. That is a major point. In this, Hunar Hath, it has been implemented as a component of the scheme in 2016-17. What is it? It is an effective platform of minority artisans, craftsmen and culinary experts to showcase their market and finest handicraft and exquisitely crafted indigenous products. So this program, this Hunar Hath, is fundamentally for all those people who are not able to market themselves in the real time. For them it is very, very useful, because end of the day people do things for livelihood. So that means it should have a market so that money flows in. So for that purpose, Hunar Hath is very, very important. So among Ustad, please remember for crafts, target capacity building and Hunar Hath, it is very important. So this is important for your prelims. And what does Hunar Hath do? It provides a marketplace for all the skillful artisans. If you know this, that is sufficient for this one. So please remember PM Vikas scheme, 5 schemes in it existing which are working still, and for each scheme what are the important things, and please don't forget each scheme is for what. This one is very important, so please be careful. So traditional Hamari Darohar as well as Ustad, non-traditional Seek or Kamao, and entrepreneurship Nai Roshni, education Nai Manzil, and for infrastructure development through hub and spoke villages. This is very important. I hope all of you have got